We have huge news for Monster Hunter Wilds coming just now, and we are getting a new monster to try out in the beta, and we also got confirmation of 3 new monsters that are coming back to Monster Hunter. Let's go over everything. It's been a long day. The event was kinda awkward. There is apparently like 5 spin-offs of the freaking franchise at this point. Like, they are trying to rip off every freaking Nintendo game and put a Monster Hunter title on it, but regardless, let's talk about Monster Hunter Wilds. We are getting a new flying stingray monster, and it's called the Hirabami. We did not get to see much of it in the showcase, but most likely it will be a poison-based monster, as you can see for the purple team, and it will be a part of the cavern zone of the game. There is also a data mine. I feel comfortable showing you this because they have shown off this set everywhere in the artwork in every part of the showcases, but this will be the Hirabami set. As you can see, it is some sort of like fantasy Japanese shaman kinda dress. I think it's pretty cute. It's gonna be definitely one of the fan favorites. But yes, that was the Hirabami set, and Hirabami will be a monster in the Ice Shard Cliffs. Probably will also be somewhere else because we got to see a lot of monsters going out of their zone, but that's gonna be their main spot where you're gonna find it. We also got 2 returning monsters confirmed today. A monster from Monster Hunter 4 is coming back, and that's gonna be Nerscylla. Nerscylla is going to return to the game, and it is absolutely terrifying. I don't know how the arachnophobia people are gonna deal with that, but oh boy. Most likely they put Nerscylla in the game because, let's be honest, they already got La Lavarina in the game, so you know, they probably share a bunch of animations and assets. They are 2 spiders, makes sense. Although, in my opinion, it is a little too similar to La Lavarina. It's not like they are 2 different spiders. They do the same things. They are web spinners, they are poison based, they have sleeping effects. Actually, La Lavarina has a bleeding effect, but still, like a damage over time effect we're talking about. And they are both weak to fire, so it is a weird combination. It feels like a repeat, and that might be fine. It's not like it's the first Monster Hunter game where we had like 2 very similar monsters in it, but yeah, that's an odd choice. Maybe they could have gone for, like I said, the Senator from Monster Hunter 2. Maybe that would have been a cooler choice, whatever. There is also another monster coming back, but before that huge news, we actually got to see more Arkveld gameplay. He's gonna roam every zone, as you can see here, or close to it. He's gonna be like going from place to place. Maybe there's gonna be some Radiant quest where like he's gonna change places and we're gonna have to check it out, like time-based events. We also got to see a turf war between Arkveld and Raydau, and that is probably the coolest part of the showcase. I just love to see the turf wars. They are so satisfying. And who knows, maybe we're gonna get a quest to hunt both of them at the same time. I think that will be like, I like when we have to face 2 different element monsters at the same time, because like, oh, you're fighting Ratian and Ratalos, well, they throw fire. Oh no, you get a fire armor and that's it. But when they do something different, that makes it harder, and I like that. But that is not all, okay? That is not even close. This is probably the hypest thing I get to tell you guys. And I am not kidding, they just confirmed it. We are going to get Arkveld in the second beta. That's it, the flagship monster of the game. We are gonna try it out before the game comes out this very week, February 6th. Now, I heard some people get mad, and I get it. People don't want to get spoiled. It is probably not a great move in the spoiler department to get one of the main monsters of the game to show up before the game comes out. This would confirm the theory that Nuudra, the Black Flame, is going to be the main antagonist of the game. Or maybe there is some other monster that we have not even seen yet. That's going to be it. That seems unlikely, honestly. But the inclusion of the flagship monster of the game in the beta might imply that we got something else to see yet. I heard some people say that it is a sign of weakness, and I get it. I mean, dropping the main boss at the start of before the game comes out is wild, haha. But I do not think Capcom is desperate. This is not a sign of desperation to me. I mean, they are top 3 on Steam before the game came out. It is not a lot of games that can do that. I am pretty certain that Capcom thinks they got a solid game in their hands and they are gonna do well either way. I got a little theory on why they are gonna do it, but we're gonna talk about later because we got a lot of things to talk about. But I got a theory. Also, something to go with the other monsters they are gonna add. We got 3 monsters announced today, remember that. You can now make private lobbies in the beta. I don't know if you guys tried out the freaking beta, try to make a group in the beta. I kid you not, it took me 20 minutes to get like my homies in my group together to play together, because you guys know, like in the beta there is no Steam integration or no PlayStation or Xbox account or anything, so you only got the lobby and it is a nightmare to find people on it. They changed that and now you're gonna be able to make your own lobby and to send a code, and that should make it a lot easier. The party system is a bit of a nightmare until they put it like the actual full release on Steam and you can invite Steam friends. It's gonna be really annoying. But right after they announced the party system, we got to see the last monster returning, and this is another monster from Monster Hunter 4, and it is, in my opinion, the hypest monster of them all. This is one I actually really like, and I feel bad that I didn't put it on my list of monsters because I could have bragged about it. But the monster that is coming back is the gigantic turtle dragon Gormagala. We got to see, I kid you not, a second and a half in the trailer of Gormagala, and Reddit is already losing their minds. They cannot believe it. And the reason is very simple. Gormagala is one of the favorite monsters in Monster Hunter 4, and believe it or not, because we live in the little PC ecosystem, but Monster Hunter 4 is like the main game that people got to play. Like that's one of their biggest games before World. So yes, Gormagala was very well received. It's gonna be one of the hypest things for the full release of the game. People are gonna wanna see it. But I got some questions about Gormagala. It is a little complicated because first of all, Gormagala did earth damage. That is not a damage type in Wilds. That was a thing from the previous games. So what damage is it gonna do now? Is it gonna be physical damage? Is it gonna be like fire damage? They are gonna have to find something to do with it. Also, there is the virus mechanic, the frenzy virus, and that is perhaps the most interesting thing about the game. Yes, I say virus like an Indian. The computer got virus. Haha, I get it. Okay, I cannot help it. But the frenzy virus is a mechanic from Gormagala where it turns evil, okay? It can infect other monsters and the monster gets like darker and stronger and like evil. It is also a status effect for the player, but okay, the part that matters, are we going to see frenzy virus variants of monsters? Are we gonna see evil Arkveld? Are we gonna see virus Raidau? Are we gonna see like a slightly more annoying Gypseros? That is hard to see, but maybe we see it, I don't know. Revealing Gormagala implies that we are gonna see an entire family of variants or recolors of the monsters that are gonna be the Frenzy Virus variant. And I think that's pretty cool. We also got news of a big feature you can test on Steam right now. Character customization is gonna transfer to the full game, and that is your character and your palico. So, I mean, it's not gonna transfer the actual save data, just the characters, but I hate messing with character creators, so if I don't have to do that again, that's great, I'm happy about that. Also for character customization, the layered armor, that's gonna be not only the skins that you buy anymore, you can also get your old armor and turn it into layered armor now at no cost, and that is huge. Like, honestly, I think they showed great restraint on the microtransactions this time around compared to Worlds. They didn't show anything crazy that looked goofy. I don't know how long it's gonna take for them to ruin my immersion, but so far, I mean, like, even if you don't want to buy a single skin, you can look cool anyway. Like, there is a lot of armors you can choose. They were a little too generous, maybe. Like, I don't know how they feel about that. I mean, obviously the game is gonna sell like a trillion copies. They are fine on the money, but you know what I mean? So yes, a rare example of good guy Capcom. I love you, Capcom. You will also be able to make a profile page in-game that is going to be like the friend system. They are going to replace the guild card system from Worlds. And I am happy because the guild card system in Monster Hunter World sucks. Sadly, we didn't get to see a lot of the new profile system, so I can only hope that it is a little more convenient and less stupid, and it enables crossplay. Like, that's the main problem with Monster Hunter World. If you are like both on Steam, it is super easy, hit invite and it goes. But if you want to get like people from Xbox or from PlayStation into your party, like a friend on a console, it is a nightmare. So I really hope that the new profile system helps on that. But the big one here, and if you have performance concerns like I do, they just released a benchmarking tool for 29 gigabytes, so I am downloading it right now. The rumor was real, the tool exists, and it is on Steam, so it is not entirely known if it already has the performance tweaks from the full release, or if it's just like the same build as beta 2 and it's gonna be like not optimized. Personally, I got a 1660 Super, that is the minimum requirements, so I am gonna overclock this bad boy today, and we're gonna see if I can make it run decently. That's gonna be, are the minimum requirements a lie or not? That's the big one. We also, in some other news, we got to see that the Palico can do the emotes alongside you, so that's kind of funny. They also confirmed that during full game release, there is going to be a limited time event for a week where you get unique quests, and if you do those quests before the first week, you get some like special like founder, like first player kind of cosmetics. So that's also something you get a reason to go for the first week. A little bit of FOMO swag, so to speak, but whatever, it's free. This roundup has been pretty freaking huge. I mean, compared to the Taipei game show where they hardly showed anything and they really want to hit number one on Steam, okay, for like the theory. People were asking like, why would they show Arcbeld? I think this is the reason that we are getting Arcbeld in the beta. They know that Gipseros is not gonna put butts on the seats. I mean, like, I like Gipseros, but I am like the only person in the planet that likes Gipseros. People hate freaking Gipseros, or Gypseros, I don't even know. I like Gipseros a little better. People don't like him. Of course, if you put the flagship monster of the game in the beta, everybody wants to see it. And I think that's a calculated move because Steam has the Steam charts. As you guys know, Monster Hunter Wilds has been the number 3 top seller in the website, even though it is not out. That is pre-orders only. People tried out the game on the beta and they were like so hooked on it, they instantly pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered it. I mean, like, I'm gonna play it. I know I'm gonna buy it. You get like a stupid keychain if you pre-order it. I mean, it's not a reason to pre-order it, but you get that, so I wanted you to know. But my theory, my reason that they are putting Arcbeld in the game is that they want to hit number 1. They really wanna hit number 1 on Steam. And is that for like bragging rights? Is that for that reason? No. I think Capcom understands that if they hit number 1 on Steam before the game comes out, all the news website, all the like Kotaku, IGN, whatever, they are gonna go, Monster Hunter hits number 1 on Steam before the game even comes out. Because there is not a lot of times where that happened, so like that is gonna be a big headline. All the streamers are gonna make a video, oh look at that, they are number 1 on Steam. You know, like all the commentary channels and stuff. They are looking to create as much media noise as possible, and nothing will create as much media noise as hitting number 1 on Steam. People love clicking on those. Now, is the beta gonna hit number 1 on Steam? I think that is very unlikely. Don't get me wrong, I think the game is gonna be huge. Definitely like number 2 or number 3 biggest game of the year, and that's because we got GTA 6 coming out, so that's a hard ask. But hitting number 1 on a pre-order only game, that is almost unprecedented. I don't know if we're gonna see that. That's just me, I don't know. Also, we are doing a tournament in the beta with the top speedrunners in the game this February 8th. You can tune in this very channel, we're gonna stream it, and we get to see what crazy meta people are gonna try to do. We're gonna see what the best weapons and what the best techniques are gonna be to hunting Gipseros and Raidao. Also, the previous day, the 8th, we're gonna do a test tournament with chat, so if you wanna participate in that, have a little fun. We're gonna be in the Discord. You may join the Discord in the description for that. And subscribe, join the Discord, and thank you for watching.